Asano was a Diddy's kid who didn't have to worry about family dinner because his entire family died in a car accident. After that, he started living alone and sadly, separated from everyone because he couldn't bear the pain of losing more people. But during all this, his childhood friend Mutsumi stayed with him all the time, and after his family's long vacation, she promised him that she would always stay by his side, probably to make sure he didn't join them by accident. But Asano's world turned upside down when he found out that Mutsumi and her entire clan were spies.
Asano was sitting sadly in school when some students came to him who were calling him for soccer practice, and this was the 10th time they'd done so. But just like every time, Asano refused them again. They told him, "Why don't you ever hang out with us, dude? Come on, we'll show you the view outside the girls' hostel." But hearing all this, he got even more nervous and fainted.
He's gay!
A little while later, Mutsumi came there with lunch. Meanwhile, those three boys were standing outside watching Mutsumi, who was quite popular in school. After that, she was feeding Asano food, but then that bite was taken by the vice principal. Seeing this, Mutsumi got angry and said, "Weren't you supposed to go give a lecture outside?" But Hirokawa said that he missed her food so much that he changed his schedule. And as he was leaving, he told Asano to come to his office after school. After school, when he went to his office, Hirokawa showed him a lot of photos of Mutsumi from his secret collection. And he even showed him his favorite photo of Mutsumi. Seeing all this, Asano thought about filing a complaint to the police. But one second, how did he have photos of Mutsumi from her childhood? Right after that, he said that Mutsumi was very beautiful, and in such a situation someone had to protect her. This boy proposed to her yesterday, so I explained it to him very lovingly, and look, he agreed. Hirokawa had completely messed up Tanaka, and they even made a video of him where he was apologizing and that he would never go near Mutsumi again. Seeing this, his vein burst, and suddenly Hirokawa put a knife on his neck and said that he had spared him until now because he was her childhood friend. But now you have gotten too close to her. Sorry, I'm doing all this for my little sister. But then a girl came there. She pressed a switch, causing a very bright light to flash there. And during this, she took Asano away from there. When Asano's eyes opened, he panicked seeing Mutsumi in front of him and so many weird people with her. Mutsumi calmed him down, saying these were all her siblings, and she introduced them all to him. This is her big sister, Futaba. This is her brother Shinzo, her another brother Kengo, another sister Shion, and her giant brother, Nano. Nice. This giant gorilla is named Nano, and they also have a guard dog. Yes, this is the dog, whose name is Ding Dong. Mutsumi told him that her entire clan are spies, but Asano didn't believe it and thought this was some prank being played on him. I'm sure this gun is fake too, but when he shot it, it was real. After that, they told him that they had a 4.9 rating online, whose boss is their big brother Chiro, who is the best spy in their family. Asano asked, "But why did he want to kill me?" Futaba told him that they got news from social media that someone wanted to kill Mutsumi. Futaba told him that a long time ago, due to a mistake by Chiro, Mutsumi's life was almost lost. And because of that, he started worrying about her even more. And due to that incident, some of his hair turned white. Since that incident, he didn't let anyone near Mutsumi. Only Asano was an exception because he was her childhood friend. But now he had found a reason to kill you. Just then, their bell rang, meaning Chiro had arrived there to kill him. After that, they all got ready to confront him. But even if they fought together, their chances of winning were only 30%, and it was possible that one of them could get badly injured. So Futaba gave him a solution. You can escape all this if you share your joystick of destiny with Mutsumi. Maybe then your Excalibur will finally find its kingdom. And our family has a rule that we don't kill our family members. And to get married, you just have to exchange these rings. Hearing this, Asano's heartbeat sped up because Mutsumi is flat from both sides. The fear of losing someone close again started haunting him. Meanwhile, they were all preparing to fight their brother. But this Gigachad avoided all their traps and came and sat there. Futaba tried to convince him, but he refused to agree. So she grabbed his tie and spun him around and slammed him onto the sofa. After that, they all started fighting him together, but no one could even scratch him. And with just one attack, he threw them all away, and he threatened them. "If you want to see this house safe and sound, hand Asano over to me." But Futaba went forward to fight him, but he easily tied her up and hung her from the ceiling. Shion told everyone to step back and attacked him herself with the help of her drone. Asano was worried about the others, but Mutsumi told him not to worry. It isn't allowed to kill family members, so nothing will happen to anyone. After that, she told him to hide in a secret place, but seeing that he was upset, she said again that she wouldn't go anywhere without him. Chiro tied up our Ding Dong and also bound Mutsumi's hands, but it wasn't actually Mutsumi, it was Kengo, who could change his form. Meanwhile, Asano was watching all this from hiding. After that, Chiro realized that Mutsumi had disguised herself as Asano. Mutsumi told him to leave Asano alone because he could never harm him. Chiro said okay, but he added that Mutsumi couldn't leave the house anymore, and he would eliminate everyone around her so no one could harm her. And he let her stab him and said that to save you, I could put my life in danger. She was about to agree to his terms when Asano came out from there and told him to leave Mutsumi. Chiro told him to stay away from family matters, after which Asano told him she is married, bitch. After which Mutsumi threw her ring towards him. But as Asano went to catch it, Chiro stopped him with his nets, but despite his hands being tied, he caught that ring, because of which his hands got cut in places, and he remembered how Mutsumi had always taken care of him, and he couldn't see her getting more hurt because of Chiro. After that, their clan arrived there, and they saw that Asano had put on that ring, and he promised that he would always protect Mutsumi. After that, at night, Asano was thinking only about his marriage, and why his Excalibur still wasn't in its sheath. Obviously, Kiro was not happy at all because of the marriage. Then, when his eyes opened in the morning, he saw that Kiro was standing in front of him again with a knife. Hey Psycho, spare me. What are you doing? Kiro said, oh brother-in-law, this is how we wake up in our family tradition. And he said that it was also part of your training. A spy must always stay alert even while sleeping. After that, he started his training. Meanwhile, the sound of his screaming reached Mutsumi. And when she went upstairs, she saw that Chiro was making Asano do some yoga. Chiro saw her and said, oh, we were just practicing. Hearing this, Mutsumi got angry. And seeing that, Chiro stopped. And suddenly, he jumped out with both of them. After that, suddenly their entire house blew up with a bomb. And after coming out, he told them that someone had planted a bomb in the house. After that, they were all sitting in the car, where Chiro got a report from Shinzo that the bomb was planted in the kitchen of the house, meaning they wanted to kill Mutsumi. And they all already knew that Mutsumi's marriage to Asano had happened. Asano asked, but why did they want to kill her? Chiro told him that Mutsumi was the 10th head of the Yozakura family, and their family's history went back to the Edo period. In their family, everyone was born with some superhuman abilities, but in every generation, one person was born without any power, and that one was made the family head because only they carried the superhuman genes that could advance their spy family. That's why all the other family members protected them. After that, Kiro told him that as the family leader, she would soon step into the underworld. But before that, her current mission was to gather information about the normal world. But suddenly, some people started attacking them from behind. Seeing this, Asano got scared, but Chiro told him not to worry. This car was bulletproof. After that, they started attacking even more with big guns, but their car easily dodged all of them. But because of that, Chiro's tea was about to spill. So he told the driver to drive a little more gently, bro. And we saw that the driver was Ding Dong. Seeing this, he screamed in 4K, but Ding Dong was a master driver, and when they were attacked with a rocket launcher, he dodged it very easily too. But because of that, Chiro's tea spilled, so he got out of the car in anger. He easily blocked all their bullets with his wire, after which he used it to cut both their cars. After that, he came back to the car and told Asano that because now you are a family member, protecting Mutsumi is now your responsibility too. He said he would teach him to become a spy, and for today, his mission is to protect Mutsumi the whole day. When Mutsumi went to her class, Asano entered right after and started inspecting the entire classroom. Then those same boys came to him, but seeing them, Asano hissed like a cat. After that, we saw a flashback where Asano was scared seeing the gun, but Chiro said that if you even killed someone, we would cover it up. Mutsumi said not to do these silly things. Hearing this, Asano felt a little calm, but then she said that the real danger is from bombs and poison, so the gun wouldn't be of any use. After that, she told him to be careful of a bomber named Tamaya, who according to their information, had planted 3 bombs, one of which has already exploded at your house, and probably the remaining 2 bombs are in the school. Tamaya is a bit crazy and stays very active on social media, and he keeps posting about his missions. I have to go on a mission, so today the responsibility of protecting her is yours. Meanwhile in school, Asano is very alert and is searching everywhere for the bomb, and therefore he keeps following Mutsumi throughout the school. But then Tamaya posts that the second bomb has been placed. Seeing this, Asano's head starts spinning, and suddenly a ball hits his head. The boys come and ask about his condition, but he sees a man from the window, and when he follows him inside, a nurse comes from behind and asks him if something happened to you. But Asano says no, I just came here like that, and starts leaving from there. The girl smiles, and when he turns back to look, she has disappeared from there. After that, Mutsumi was having lunch in class, but Asano still hasn't found the bomb. But while following Mutsumi, he has learned many things, that if anyone gives her something to eat, she doesn't eat it, and she always stays with someone or the other. After that, boys comes to him, and because they had hit a football on his head, they give him a chocolate, which he takes and puts straight in his mouth. Seeing this, they all get surprised and they say that you have changed a lot. And as soon as he realizes this due to nervousness, his stomach starts hurting again and he hits the emergency shutdown. After that, he finally respawns and Mutsumi is in front of him and both are talking about their marriage. But then Asano's eyes fall on the bomb stuck to the ceiling and then that bomb explodes. The students thought that someone had messed up something in the chemistry lab. On the other side, that same nurse was with Nano, and she wasn't actually a nurse, it was Kengo. Meanwhile, Shion was also keeping an eye on both of them. Meanwhile, where the explosion happened, both were safe and sound. Asano starts thinking how he knew we would be here at this time. Then he starts connecting all clues, and he realizes that all this was his plan, and he also finds out the location of the third bomb. He realizes that Tamaya was deliberately posting everything so that Asano would always stay with Mutsumi, and in this way, he would become the reason for her death. Before the bomb explodes, he jumps out the window, but before he hits the ground, Chiro comes and saves him and also deactivates that bomb. After that, they all come to the safe room, and his other siblings also arrive there, and they have brought someone with them. Mutsumi asks, "What are you guys doing here?" Kengo tells them that we just wanted to see his first mission, and the guy they brought was Tamaya. Tamaya starts telling him not to kill him, but Shiro wraps him with his own bomb and throws him out, after which all the people sitting in the room enjoy the fireworks. After that, Kiro was very angry because he had told Asano to stay away from his family, but Mutsumi reminds him that his house has turned to dust, so that's why he will stay with us now. Anyway, we both are husband and wife. Hearing this, Shiro gets even angrier, but now what could the poor guy do? After that, we see Asano lying on the ground, and a big man had choked Mutsumi. He tells him that you couldn't save a little girl, so how can you save anyone else? After that, he starts choking Mutsumi, and with her scream, Asano wakes up. All this was just a dream. After that, when he was getting down from the bed, his foot steps on Ding Dong and he bites him. He screams so loudly that his scream reaches Mutsumi, and she comes there and is bandaging his hands, and she tells him that she had sent Ding Dong to keep an eye on him so that Chiro wouldn't harm him. But here Asano's balls straight up clocked out. He tells Futaba that he wants to become strong and therefore he wants her to train him because he wants to protect his Excalibur's sheath. But Futaba starts picking him up and slamming him around the entire room. She says not to rush because even a talented person can take 3 years to learn something meaningful. After that, she tells him that if he wants to try their family's all-out training, he will have to stay in their mansion for 1 month, after which his training will start. He was leaving there saying thank you, but his foot steps on a trap and he barely survives. Futaba tells him that the entire mansion is full of traps and this is part of his training. If you can't survive this for 1 month, forget that you can ever save Mutsumi, meaning staying here for him is also life-threatening. After that, when the alarm rings the next morning, because he doesn't turn off the alarm on time, it explodes. So the poor guy runs out of the room, but he activates another trap again, which almost made him Ghost Rider. After that, when he reaches the dining table, Futaba reminds him that this is part of his training. Asano asks how you all survive these traps. Mutsumi tells him that these traps don't activate for family members. All traps are controlled by a computer, which will recognize him as a family member if he survives all the traps. After that, Asano starts feeling unwell. Then Nano tells him that poison is mixed in their food so that the effect of poison on them is less, but because of that poison, he gets diarrhea. And when the poor guy goes near the toilet, he sees that to go there, he has to pass a locked door. Mutsumi was going to help him, but Futaba stops her. But after hearing his scream, Shion tells him that to go inside, he has to crack the password, which changes every minute. But when they all start smelling the stench, they have to help him. The next day, where all family members were avoiding traps, for Asano, every small task was like risking his life, and seeing his pathetic condition, they all start worrying about him, but he says he is fine. After that, we find out that the family has given him a very heavy shirt, so the poor guy can't even get up properly. After that, one night, Asano was practicing shooting because he has to hit the target from afar with the remote if he wants to turn on the TV. Then Mutsumi comes there and tells him to take a break, and she tells him that he doesn't need to work so hard, but Asano says that for you, I can at least do this much. After that, we see a flashback where both say good morning to each other, after which she gets in the car and leaves. After that, in school, some girls were bullying Mutsumi, and one of the girls was about to cut her hair, but then Asano comes there and starts cutting his own hair with that scissors. Seeing this, they think he is crazy, so they quickly run away from there, and he tells Mutsumi that the guidance counselor told him to cut his hair and not to think too much about it. If she ever needs help, she can tell him. In the present, Mutsumi tells him that he has always stayed with her, so he doesn't need to push himself so much. After that, the next day, Asano turns off the alarm as soon as it rings, after which he reaches a room dodging the laser, after which he picks up the gun and shoots the remote lying in front, and this time his aim hits. but he still doesn't know how to change the channel. So Shinzo tells him that to change the channel, he has to shoot the right button, and he fixes his stance. After that, Shion comes there, and Asano asks her why Shinzo always stays like that. Shion tells him that he is shy, so he always stays closed in the trash can. After that, we see Futaba, who is making Kengo work because he didn't wash the dishes in the morning. After that, we see poison gas coming out from the front because Nano was training Asano. Seeing this, Kengo starts going to him, but Futaba kicks him on the mouth and tells him to focus on his work. In this way, many days pass, and he reaches the dinner table dodging the laser, where he is eating with everyone, but the poison still affects him. And to go number 2, he starts trying to crack the password outside the toilet, but he still can't open the door, so the poor guy starts screaming for help. Kengo was going to help him, but when he reaches there, Asano is lying on the ground. So Nano examines him and tells him that due to exhaustion, he has a fever and he needs rest. But Asano says that he can do this for another week. Then Futaba removes the fake skin from him, and we see that his condition has become very bad. If he doesn't rest, he could even die. But Asano says that to save Mutsumi, he wants to continue training. Then Futaba hits him on the head and says, "You can't save her if you're 6 feet under, idiot," and tells him that surviving is also part of his training. After that, she gives him a book and says to read it properly during recovery time. After that, Futaba is watching a video in which she is spinning Mutsumi like a ball, and she thinks that Asano could protect Mutsumi better than them. After which she is looking at her family photo. After that, with the help of that book, Asano unlocks that lock, seeing which everyone starts celebrating. After which Asano's ring starts shining. Seeing this, Futaba tells him that now this house has accepted you as a family member, and from now on, your real training is about to start.
After which Shinzo comes there with a 100-kilogram shirt, and Shion sets the difficulty level from normal to high, and everyone cheers him on. After that, Mutsumi was cooking food when Asano comes there and asks her, Seeing this, Mutsumi turns her face away because she thinks Asano wants to seduce her. Asano says no, it's not like what you're thinking. Then Kengo comes there in the disguise of a nurse who was training him. Then Shinzo comes there and asks what is going on here. Then Asano removes Kengo's mask. After that, Chiro comes there, who was going on a mission, and before leaving, he goes to kiss Mutsumi, but Mutsumi beats him up. Meanwhile, Shinzo was also going on a low-level mission. After that, when both reach school, a ball was flying towards Mutsumi, but Asano stops it without even looking, after which he throws it back too. Seeing the speed of that ball, the coach tells him to join the team, but Asano ignores and leaves from there. After that, both were having lunch where Mutsumi tells him that because of the training, he has become very fast. So now he has to be careful around people because when he passes by someone, he walks too fast. After that, Mutsumi asks for his help for some work, and in the next scene, we see Mutsumi working on some paperwork very fast, and Asano is helping her, where he sees divorce papers that Chiro had placed there so that he could separate them. After that, they go to Kengo's room, where he has created chaos. Mutsumi says first go out and do your work, but Kengo tells her that she has made the report. It's just lost in this pile of clothes. But when Asano goes to help her, a grenade comes straight into his hand. After which Kengo says that she absolutely doesn't like doing difficult work. After which she starts dancing naked. Oh, so she was he. Seeing this, Mutsumi gets angry. So Kengo starts running away from there. And when Asano comes to stop him, he disguises as Mutsumi and easily escapes from there. Then Mutsumi activates hibernation mode and the entire big mansion goes into lockdown. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Shinzo going somewhere through the vents and he looks through it with his X-ray glasses. There was much more security than he had thought, and they were all involved in printing fake money. He takes down some security guards, after which he takes out the original plate from there. But then the alarm starts ringing. After that, Mutsumi and Asano were looking for Kengo, but none of their siblings knew where he had gone. After which they go to check Chiro's room, but that entire room was full of Mutsumi's photos, so they leave from there empty-handed too. But then his siblings come to him. Mutsumi asks them where you guys were. They tell her that they were doing some work. Hearing this, they all get surprised. Then they hear a voice from behind, and it was Kengo, who was stuck his head in a painting. But before they can catch him, he starts running away from there. Asano was chasing him but can't catch him, and they see that Kengo has escaped from there through a secret passage. After that, Mutsumi removes the lockdown, after which both go to Kengo's room. But then Mutsumi puts handcuffs on him and calls him Kengo. Mutsumi tells him that she knows that after turning around, you deliberately let him catch you and kept him somewhere so that I would deactivate the lockdown, and Asano always lets me go inside from the front door first. Hearing all this, Kengo admits defeat. Then Kengo sees their mom in Mutsumi, after which he remembers his childhood. After that, Chiro comes there, who was upset because Mutsumi had ruined all the photos in his room. After that, Mutsumi was feeding Asano tasty food she made, but then their family phone rings, and they see that Shinzo has called them, who is crying in fear because there were way more enemies there than he had thought, and all his weapons are finished, and Mutsumi tells here that Shinzo becomes a scared kitten without his weapons. After that, Asano goes to help him, and he has brought all of Shinzo's weapons. He was following Mutsumi's directions, but suddenly, a man puts a gun on his head. But Asano remembers his training and takes him down right there. Hearing the sound, the rest of the people start coming there. Asano takes care of 2 of them, but the third starts calling even more security. Then in a flashback, we see that before going on the mission, Shinzo had given him a gun. He shoots it, and electricity comes out of it, which destroys his radio. After that, Asano reaches Shinzo, seeing which Shinzo starts crying happily, and seeing his weapons, he gets even happier. But then security arrives there, and Shinzo has become brave again, and he disguises both of them, after which he goes out and easily takes down all of them. After that, they were running away from there, but then a sniper shoots Asano in the leg. The sniper says that if you want this child to be safe, drop your weapons. Seeing a lot of blood flowing from Asano's legs, he drops his weapon. Asano remembers that Mutsumi had told him that Shinzo loves his weapons the most, and if any weapon comes into his hands, he can defeat anyone. So Asano takes out a fork from that bag and throws it towards Shinzo, which he uses to destroy his entire gun, and after that, uses his own gun to shoot him down too. After that, Shinzo is carrying Asano in his lap back home. Asano says that I came to help you, but because of me, I created more trouble for you. But Shinzo says that I am your big brother. Saving you is my responsibility, and for that, I will become even stronger. Hearing this, Asano smiles. After that, we see a guy in the same building who has come with a small hammer, and he asks them who you work for, but when he doesn't get an answer, he starts hitting their heads with the hammer. After that, Asano was talking to Mutsumi on the phone, but then a car stops near him, and a weird guy gets out of it, so Asano hangs up the phone. He introduces himself as Police Officer Saiji, and says that you are Asano, right? I have some questions to ask you. He takes him to the police station where Saiji shows him his photo. Seeing this, Asano gets scared. Saiji says that in the last few days, you have done a lot of weird things, and I have a lot of evidence against you. But I also know that you work for some secret organization, so I will let you go if you tell me everything about them. Asano doesn't want to tell him anything, after which he mixes something in the water and forces him to drink it. But Asano saves himself with a balloon and vomits it out, after which Saiji attacks him with a hammer. Then Asano sees that there are many bodies lying in that room. Saiji says that he had taken down a drug dealer and is not afraid to take the law into his own hands. Saiji starts choking him and threatens to kill him. Then Asano's eyes fall on a thread and he realizes that Chiro is somehow connected to this and he refuses to tell Saiji anything. So Saiji attacks him, which Asano dodges. But because of that, the wall behind breaks, and we see that Chiro was listening to everything, and he tells Saiji that there will be a pay cut for your shitty acting. Asano asks what is going on here. Chiro tells him that Saiji is their friend who covers up their crimes, and they help him in his investigations. Chiro asks him how Asano did in the test. Saiji says that he didn't tell anything about you, and he tells Asano that it will be fun to work with you in the future. After that, he is in class where his condition is very bad. Mutsumi comes there to ask about his condition, but then the vice principal arrives and says that he will take their class today. Seeing him, Asano's mood gets even worse, after which he starts sleeping in class. Then Chiro hits him with a chalk, but Asano dodges it even in sleep. But that chalk was so fast that it makes a hole in the cupboard behind. After that, Chiro starts talking to Asano in Morse code. He is telling him that a spy should stay alert even in sleep, just like a dolphin, which keeps half its brain awake even while sleeping. And he learned this skill at the age of 15. Asano says that you gave up being human at the age of 15, after which he says that if he sees him sleeping again, he will throw even more chalk, but Mutsumi tells him to leave Asano alone. Seeing this, Chiro goes crazy and starts saying all sorts of nonsense. After that, Chiro takes out a small pill, and when he bursts it with the duster, sleeping gas spreads everywhere. Because of this, all the children faint, but Mutsumi saves herself by wearing a mask. Chiro thinks Asano has also fainted, so he attacks him with chalk, but Asano breaks all his chalks with his gun. Mutsumi thinks he's awake, but actually, he was still sleeping, after which Chiro throws a lot of chalks at him again, but this time too, he saves himself in sleep, after which their chalk fight starts advancing a bit, and seeing all this, Mutsumi's mind is blowing. After that at night, Asano is walking in his sleep again, seeing which Shinzo gets scared. The next day, Asano is reading how a spy should date, because he is not spending much time with Mutsumi, so he is scared that they might get divorced. He was about to call Mutsumi for a date when he gets a call, and Saiji says that he has an important mission. After that, Asano is sitting in an amusement park, where Saiji tells him that he has to catch a dangerous couple who have illegal guns. But Saiji doesn't know what they look like, so he says to just watch suspicious pairs. He is surrounded by couples everywhere, only the poor guy is alone here. But then his wife comes there and says that she has talked to Saiji, and she can stay with him on his mission. Meanwhile, Asano thinks that he can take advantage of this opportunity to spend time with Mutsumi. After that, they start following a couple and sit in the roller coaster behind them, where the rest of the couples are enjoying the ride. Asano falls asleep there too because compared to his training, this is like a swing. After that, when they are sitting on the bench, they notice the couple in front that they don't look as dangerous as they seemed. After After that, their attention goes to another couple who are a pair of bodybuilders, so they start following them too. But during the ride, they start kissing, so Asano realizes that they are also normal couples. After that, Mutsumi starts keeping an eye on another suspicious one, after which the guy starts talking about a special item.